Hey everybody, so the first topic we're going to jump into is motherhood. So this is by far my favorite part of life. It's brought so many, memories, emotions. Just was really, really the most meaningful part of life to me, as to many. So there's a lot of different things I want to cover that I feel like are really important to me, that I feel like I can shed some light to others who are getting ready to experience motherhood, or in the future are going to experience motherhood, or maybe it's right now, or maybe you can reminisce about motherhood with me while I share my stories. Wow, okay, so being pregnant was the most empowering feeling to me. I loved being pregnant. It was definitely a big surprise at first, but it since the beginning, it's been nothing but amazing. I love being pregnant. Like I said before, so many good things happened to me, and I feel like my life really shifted when I got pregnant. I was in a pretty rough spot. I was just very depressed, and I completed my first year of nursing school, which anybody that's been in nursing school, like, nursing school sucks. It's hard. Anything that can go wrong in nursing school, like, it will happen. Like, anything that can go wrong in your life, it will happen. Someone once told me that, and I was like, wow, that's kind of negative, but it's so true. For not for everybody, but for me and my friends, it's how it worked for us. So, but if you're gonna go to nursing school, do it. It's great. It's very rewarding. It'll be a good life decision. But so in the midst of that, so I was in a pretty dark place. Just not, like, I didn't feel like I had a really good relationship. Like, I feel like all my relationships were kind of, I don't want to say like toxic, but because I was not in a good place, I was not able to give to the relationships, friendships, etc. I was not able to be in a good spot to grow and all of that. So when I got pregnant, it like totally shifted everything. Like, something inside me was just clicked, and everything was just, I mean, with time, but my life just got so much better. I felt like, oh, okay, like, everything happens for a reason, right? Like, it does, and there was a reason. It was just part of why I love pregnancy. Part of why, I loved being pregnant so much was just because the transformation that I saw in myself from before I got pregnant to being pregnant, and then as towards now, where it's totally 360, not totally changed. But so that part of motherhood, the beginning, is maybe a little terrifying, because you're like, how am I gonna do this? Like, financially wise, obviously, and then just, once you're pregnant, and you have a child forever. I mean, no matter if they're 18 plus, like, that is still your baby. You still take care of your children. So but pregnancy was great. I felt very empowered. Loved that. Then there's being pregnant in nursing school, which is being pregnant in nursing school. I had amazing support from my classmates, from my family, from the teachers. I had good support, and that is why I feel like a big part of why I was able to make it through nursing school. And believe it or not, I got my best grades in nursing school when I was pregnant, and then when I had Drew, and then had a whole semester of nursing school that I did with her. So back to motherhood, right? So there's being pregnant, and then there's delivering, which that is like single-handedly the most amazing day ever. I was in labor for 18 hours. Went in. It was a very long labor. Waited to get the epidural until about 12 hours. Well, no, probably about 7 hours in, I waited to get the epidural, then I got it. Anyways, Drew is still really stubborn, and she's very much like on her time. So she, obviously we know how things go. So delivery day is amazing. Just like you have so much emotion, and your life, I believe your life changes when the baby is conceived. I believe life happens at conception, but whenever you lay your eyes on your child, and you're like, oh my gosh, like this is what I created, oh wow, like it's just like such a rewarding feeling, and it's amazing. So if you haven't experienced that yet, I'm excited for you to experience that day for you. And then my favorite part of motherhood, not my favorite, hold on. The favorite topic that I like to talk about a lot is postpartum. So wow, there's a lot of changes. Like you just delivered this baby, right? Like whether it's through C-section, through natural delivery, your body is like changed forever. So but bodies are amazing. They do heal, and they do go back, but it's still not the same. But so with postpartum, there's a lot of things that will change in your life. I mean, your body changes, but now you have like your life's just like all about your baby, right? So the first thing that I think was hard for me was sleeping. Like I like to sleep, okay? I like to sleep, and I like interrupted sleep, uninterrupted sleep, but so that was a hard adjustment for me in the beginning, because but I am lucky Drew did sleep good for a newborn. So so it was like every 3 hours, sometimes 2.5 hours, sometimes an hour and a half, but most of the time we can make it about 2.5 hours. So okay, so you're gonna try to go to bed at 8:30, right? Well, that's what we normally do. Okay, so then 3 hours later you're up. So there's once you're waking up in the middle of the night, and then after that we would normally get up again. Okay, so we were probably getting up in the beginning 2 or 3 times a night. That's a lot when you're not used to that. So sleep was the most, like, that was really hard for me. But you adjust because you're looking at this baby and you're like, I will do whatever I can for you because I want to protect you. I want you to grow up and be, just like, you will see your child and do absolutely anything for them. So you get over it. You're like, okay, I'm tired, but like my baby needs fed. So you do it. You just get up. You forget that you're tired. That's the thing. That may sound kind of bad, like you forget about yourself, but that's just like the raw reality of it. You do what you have to do to keep your baby happy, whatever that is. And it is the most rewarding thing when you see your baby smile for the first time, or you see them laugh for the first time, or roll over, or they're more awake during the day. As your baby grows and develops, you just see how rewarding it is. Like that, you were up so many times in the middle of the night to feed them, or because they needed to feel your heartbeat or hear your heartbeat, you were holding them or snuggling them. It's rewarding because those things that you do to take care of your baby in the beginning, that is why that they can grow and develop and flourish. And that is how that part transforms. And so then it's just rewarding. I don't know what, I know I'm saying that a lot, but it's just very rewarding. So besides like those changes, like, okay, so postpartum sleep changes one, and my note to that is just like, do what you need to do to be able to do that. So like, if that means that you need to sleep during the day when your baby sleeps, you sleep during the day. You sleep when your baby sleeps. That's one thing everybody tells you, and that's so true until your body adjusts to getting that figured out, getting your schedule figured out. Another thing is your body changes. Like, I'm not a very like self-conscious body, like I don't know. I'm just kind of like, yeah, my thing was I held a baby. Like I created a baby inside of me. So like that's awesome. And I was empowered through that. So I wasn't so worried about like how I looked or like there were times where I was like, wow, like I really don't look like what I used to, but um I felt like that was empowering to me because I was like, look what I did. Like I made my child. Like wow, like that's cool. So, but bodily or body changes, that is another thing that happens. So you have your sleep, your body changes, and things for that. Like if you wanna, you start working out when you can. If whenever you get approved, um, there's you just one thing I wish I would have told myself is to pay more attention to probably my nutrition, like what I was feeding myself during the postpartum time, because I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm tired, like I want a Coke, like I just want a Coke and I want some cookies, or I love sweets, so like anything sweet. So but like now next time around I would definitely be like, okay, you don't really need all of that, so maybe just like feed your body to nourish your body, not necessarily give in to those things because you're like me. I was like, I had a baby, like give it to like um I don't know, I just was probably, I wasn't pregnant anymore, so I shouldn't have had an excuse as to why I can be eating whatever I want. But you do what you just need to do. Really, that's like the side note to all of this is like motherhood is doing about what you need to do. What do you need to do for your baby to be happy? What do you need to do for you to be happy? Like um nothing, like there is no guide, there is no manual, there is no certain path that you have to go. Like it's so personal and it's so like whatever works for you, and a lot of people say, well, my that was one thing that was hard for me. Well, my baby did this, well, my baby did that, well, I did. Well, no, you do it how you want to do. You do it what makes it comfortable for you. Like what does it feel right? Like whatever feels right to you is what you need to do. Like that was just one thing that I remember still probably irritates me, was when people would say, well, this is the way I did it. And you'll get better at that. Now you'll just be like, oh, thank you, like thank you for your advice. But it's really whatever works best for you. The best advice someone gave me, like hands down, the realest best advice was, someone told me motherhood is overwhelming. As soon as you have that baby, you're going to be overwhelmed. And which sounds like, if you may be hearing that now and be like, wow, that's kind of like negative, but no, that is the best advice someone gave me. And I mean that was the best feeling. It was overwhelmed, but yes, it was like your happiest highs you've ever been. So it's okay. Like it is okay to be overwhelmed. I remember I was overwhelmed and I would always like, I would have to hold Drew and then like I would literally go pee holding her. It was over like that. Like it is okay to ask for help too. That's where I'm going with this. There are people that truly want to help you. Like if someone asks, what can we do, and they're offering to bring food, or they're offering, and sometimes I remember I was just like, can you come hold my baby so I can shower? I just want to shower. Like I want to shave my legs. So don't be afraid to ask for help at all. Like people that are in your corner want to help you. So if you want to take a shower, or you want to go to the store and buy a Coke, like just ask. Most of the time, 9 out of 10 people are going to be like, yes, like do what you need to do. Because self-care is so important with postpartum and motherhood in itself. But like whatever you need to do to keep yourself happy and keep yourself in a peaceful place, you need to make a priority too. I know I talk about getting a Diet Coke or just regular Coke. That is something that kind of I looked forward to. Not my healthiest habit, but I looked forward to getting a Coke. That would be part of my self-care. Or I would look forward to, I tried to start a skin routine. That's like one thing that I wanted to do to take care of myself. things like that. You know, journaling's good, meditating's good, whatever makes your core at peace, so that if you're at peace, your baby's going to be at peace. If you're happy, your baby's going to be happy. Like, it's very much a close relationship that, you know, you have to keep yourself well for you to take care of your baby. Now, this topic, one, I don't feel like it's talked about enough. Two, it is so okay. It is okay. Nobody tells you that. Like, postpartum depression can happen. It doesn't happen to everybody. Maybe you just get like the baby blues and it's like the first couple weeks, but it is okay. It is, it's something that happens in your body naturally. And, I don't know, my biggest takeaway I want people to get is, you know, if you are pregnant now, or if you are going to be plan on being pregnant at some point in life, is just, I don't want to say be prepared to have postpartum depression, but, you know your signs. When you, like, for instance, for me, I remember it didn't matter what anybody said to me. I would just cry. I mean, it could be like, well, you put your hair up in a pony. And I'd be like, oh my gosh, like, should I put it in a bun? Does this look bad? Like, you know, it didn't matter what anybody said to me. I remember I would just cry, and I would take everything very deeply. Sometimes I still do that, but that's just me as a person. So it's okay to have postpartum depression, and you need to know, like, who can you reach out to if you feel like you're having those signs, or where's your support group. You know, even if you talk to your partner about that before you have your baby, you're like, hey, like, you know, this is something just like I want to discuss with you. Like, so if you feel like I'm this, or this, you know, having these signs, you know, maybe it's you tell the rest of your family, like, hey, Carly is, you know, kind of really sensitive right now. My family did this. Carly's really sensitive right now, just so you know, just like be careful. So I feel like that was a good action for me. And so I just want, like, everyone to know, like, postpartum depression is not, it's not a bad thing. Don't feel like you're a bad mother because you know, you feel like you're very overwhelmed. You're like, oh my gosh, what's happened? Like, it's gonna take a minute for everything to click, to set in. It's okay. Like, you will know the signs of postpartum depression. Like, if you're in that spot, you'll know. And I just want you to tell yourself, like, it's okay. I'm gonna get over this. And just look at your beautiful baby and be like, this is all worth it. It really is. It is so rewarding. And then just snuggle your little baby and it'll all be fine. So, I definitely I know I've talked a lot about postpartum depression in this little video, but I just really want that to be, I actually had a conversation with somebody today, and we just really like, it needs to be more accepted, because a lot of people kind of hush about it, but it really is, I don't want to say an issue, but it really can be an occurrence for most, you know, whatever your situation is. Other environmental factors definitely play into that, but it is okay, and it is normal, and it happens. So that's my takeaway for that. And I don't know, I could really talk a lot about this topic because, well, in all of motherhood, I love all of it. It's amazing, and, you know, part of motherhood is just being adaptive, being flexible, finding out what works for you as a parent, a new parent, you know, figuring out what you thought you might have done may change course, and you may, you know, you just have to be adaptive to what works for your family. So that's what was really on my mind. I hope it reaches somebody, and yeah, I hope you guys like this message, and Thank you for watching.